What up, guys? Going live? Been a while. Had someone comment said it's been a while. Sorry, I'm trying to close on another deal possibly. So we're going to the Atlanta direct agent. Got a list from Munif. Let's jump into it. Let's jump into it, baby. Let's jump into it, baby. How do you make? Yeah, there we go. There we go. A second.
Welcome. You have reached Keller Williams Peachtree Road. We have stepped away from our desk at the moment, but we will return your call as soon as possible.
That sounds like a brokerage. Let me exit out of this stuff so I can see where I am. There we go. What the heck? My allergies are freaking killing me, man. I've taken 2 different type of medications and they're kind of working, I guess. They make me groggy.
Welcome. Reached Keller Williams Peachtree Road. We have stepped away from our desk at the moment, but we will return your call as soon as possible.
Let's see if that's the actual number I just called on Zillow. No, it's not. Where? Listing agent. Okay. I call this same one because the number is different on Zillow.
This is Eric speaking.
Hey, Eric, this is Jordan. I'm looking at your listing here on Moss Drive. Is it still available?
We're actually going to be taking it down just for about a month or so.
Oh, shoot. Why is that?
So, there's a backstory. Property's owned by a mother and daughter. The mother doesn't stay in the property, the daughter stays in the property. However, just from the showings, the daughter isn't. Cleaning is an area of opportunity. And then also she has animals, and the smell of the animals is very off-putting. So the daughter's just going to move out, and we're going to get things prepped back up and put it back on the market. So just trying to avoid wasting more time.
Okay. What kind of animals do they have?
Ferrets.
Ferrets.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had family members that have ferrets. I know they stink.
Yeah. So it's like Yeah, we just made an executive decision, so we're gonna pull up the market for another maybe month and a half.
Okay.
And put it back on.
What do you know why they're selling it? Are they planning to move somewhere for a job or something?
No, well, so the mom doesn't even live there. It's just that's all. The mom doesn't even live there, and the daughter, it's just too big for her daughter. She's staying there. So we want to get something smaller.
Okay. Because we're interested in it. We're a local investor looking to pick up another property, and I just saw that you guys had cut the price on it back in a few months ago.
Yeah, and she's pretty firm on that price. She's not going to move one bit. Only way she'll get rid of that property is at that price. We just had an offer that was very, very close, and she turned it down.
How close was it? Like
$10,000 close.
wow. Okay. Because we like to buy properties either cash or if we can take over the current mortgage. Is that something?
She's not going to do that.
Okay.
She doesn't need to sell it. She doesn't need to sell the property. So that's why she's not motivated like that.
But they're open to a cash offer.
If she gets her price, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the cash doesn't really. She doesn't need a quick closing, so that's why it's not going to even make a difference if it's a cash offer or it's finance. She wants her price.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let me talk to my team. We might be able to make something work, and if it does work, I'll have them reach back out to you. Does that work?
Yeah. So, what are you guys looking at, rent or like just kind of invest?
It depends. We do a lot of different things with these properties. We either rent them out, or we'll do sometimes midterm rentals, or come in and fix them up. So it just kind of depends, property to property.
That property would be great for Airbnbs because of just the area that it's in. So, but yeah, just let me know.
Yeah, Airbnbs are kind of. I mean, they're awesome if they work. It's just been saturated. So
yeah.
If it makes sense on this one, then we have an operating team that could run the Airbnb too. So
of course. Okay. Well, yeah, just let me know.
Okay, sounds good. Is this your cell phone that we can call?
Yeah, this is my cell.
Okay, perfect. I'll talk to them real quick, and if it's something we think we can get done, we'll reach back out.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay, appreciate it, Eric.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Was Eric his name? Yeah. Okay, I don't know if I should submit that one, to be honest. Because it's listed at $399. Acquisition manager. I'll try it. Freak. One. So I'm submitting this one. Said the daughter is currently living there with ferrets, and the house does not show well and stinks. Said they are pulling this off the market to get smell out. I mentioned a cash offer to see if we can find this guy's email. Heck. Can't find his email. Agents only. Man, my allergies are killing. I kind of don't like going live because I feel like I have to entertain the whole time. So sorry. My wife.
I'm a Google virtual assistant recording this call for the person you're trying to reach. Before I try to connect you, can I ask what you're calling about?
Hey, Brandon, Jordan Wheeler from Subto.
Before I try to connect you, could you please give me a quick description of why you're calling?
Subto.
Okay, let me try to get the person you're trying to reach on the line. Hey, Jordan, how are you?
Good, Brandon. How are you?
Good, buddy. Hey, now I was like, golly, this name sounds so familiar. Now I'm realizing that's because we've spoken before. Okay.
Have we? What?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
You know what? You know what? Maybe actually not. My phone is too damn smart for me. I just figured because I had your name in here that it was somebody that maybe I've spoken with before, but this might be because it's a business listing and my phone just automatically populates it.
Oh, yeah, because a lot of times my contact will share with people. Maybe that's what it's from.
That's cool. That's a nice, handy feature to have.
Yeah, I like it. That way I don't have to do it.
Right? Cool, man. All right. Well,
I was surprised at how many people actually said hello from that one quick message.
Yeah, yeah, I saw a few other ones too.
Yeah. I was a little bit embarrassed that I showed up so late, and of course now I'm thinking, well, crap, what did I miss? But you know what? I mean, it's totally my bad for doing that. So I'm gonna kind of sit here and lick my wounds.
Yeah, no worries.
Or how long did you say you've been in Subto then?
So I've been in Subto since October of last year.
Oh, nice.
And then I've been an agent here in Utah for 3 years now. So kind of wanted to transition over to wholesaling more, just faster money. And it's honestly more interesting to me.
Okay. Have you gotten your first deal yet?
So I haven't gotten any. Well, I've gotten personal deals. I actually bought a deal seller finance here locally before I was an agent and part of Sub 2. And so that's kind of what got me into Sub 2. And then Christmas rolled around, and then I had some other clients I was helping. So I'm just trying to get my wheels back on the track, and thought it'd be great to partner up with somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I can tell you, I'll be relatively brief with you. I've actually been a Gator student since early last year. It was right after, I think, when Pace just got started with Gator. I could be wrong on that, but I think it was right about that time.
Okay.
And I'd actually gotten involved with it with a family member, my mom. Who we actually relatively quickly we found somebody that needed some money lent, which was great. We're like, oh wow, this is awesome. It's already happening.
Yeah.
And the first deal went fantastic. Second deal, he ended up taking off with $50,000 of my mom's money, and unfortunately, she didn't have the proper paperwork in line. So we're not per se blaming anybody, but obviously ourselves on that one. And I am being nice by saying ourselves. I really wasn't a part of the deal.
Yeah.
But definitely have learned a very valuable lesson there. And my whole goal is to get my mom her $50,000 back, being that was a big chunk of her retirement.
Sure. Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah. But anytime I have a chance to say, especially to anybody in the Subto community, if you happen to know the name Jordan Barun, just steer clear. That's all I gotta say, is because he's an absolute shyster. We've even tried going out or talking with his lawyer, and that just turned into a nightmare as well. So,
yeah, I wish we could kind of do like a most wanted page on Sub 2 and Gator, where it's like it's like, hey, these guys are on the run, don't do a deal, or this is what happened, just to protect everybody.
That's hysterical. I would love that, although I would worry that would maybe open Pace up to some kind of litigation for something. But it's a funny idea. I like it.
I've heard other people say don't work with these, so it's always good to know the people not to work with, because they sneak their way in there.
Absolutely. Anyway, so with that being said, that was a huge blow. My mom just decided to step away, and at that time I was actually out of work. I was taking care of some personal stuff, went back to work, and didn't really give real estate another thought. Well, now I'm sorry, and real quick rewind is that I actually come from a family of real estate. My mom's actually a real estate agent, has been since the 1970s, and my dad owned a handful of Century 21 offices.
Cool.
So, I know real estate fairly well.
Yeah.
In terms of single family. So, out of kind of nowhere, about 3 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago now, my mom just started talking to me, and she was talking about, looking at the whole Gator method thing again. And I was like, if you want to make a go of that again, I'll be, we obviously know, what got screwed up last time, and I'll be happy to, step in and kind of help out, and I'll start learning again. I've been doing it, and unfortunately, don't need to go into necessarily details, but the fact is she hasn't. So it's kind of just me on my own now.
Okay.
And though I see a lot of potential in Gator, and I definitely see some avenues that I can make some money in, for some reason, it's just not kind of where my heart is pulling me. I really want to not only own, but I want to own in a big way. I do actually own a duplex right now. I have owned a duplex with my wife and 2 young kids for the better part of 15 years now.
Okay.
But obviously it's nowhere near enough, right?
Yeah.
Where the economy is going and everything else. So what I've been doing is just kind of keeping an eye on like landwatch.com and Zillow and some of these other sites. And and speaking with people, different, peoples on Facebook, and I've come up to some very interesting ideas. There's one gentleman that was telling me about a 72-door deal, 30-something addresses, that it is just a whole portfolio that somebody's, trying to get out of. That was a $9 million deal, and I was really interested, but he kind of just stopped talking to me. I was like, all right. But it lit a spark. I was like, if it was that easy to just start talking to somebody about a $9 million deal, I wondered, how far can we go with that? Yeah. And so I just kind of kept my feelers out there. And now I'm actually sitting on a $120 million, 688-door, 3-address deal that I would love to get some input in, from somewhere. I currently have the deal going through Pace's team, just to try and get some understanding of it. I also have a phone call with both a lender and his partner a little bit later today to find out just kind of if they have any interest and or can work, kind of work the numbers with me, because that's where I'm mostly limited on right now. Is I don't know necessarily how to work these numbers.
Sure.
It's a big difference going from even like a 10-plex up to a 688-plex. It's a little different.
Yeah, you're taking off a bigger chunk for sure.
Much bigger. So, and honestly, I don't even care that if I didn't even own much of the deal, just getting the knowledge and the understanding of how to do this. So that really is kind of like where I want to go. Plus, what I would love to do is make my first deal as well. I have yet to do personally any deal. So if my first deal happened to be something that massive, to come to Pace with that story, oh my gosh, how inspiring could that be for his students?
Yeah, definitely. What market are you in?
I'm actually in the Seattle, Washington area.
Cool.
I live just north of Seattle, but most people know Seattle.
Yeah.
And then these particular deals are down in Florida. I've heard already, and I absolutely understand the logic here. I've heard, hey, understand your market before you kind of spread out.
Right.
And truly, I do understand that. But at the same time, I got to question a couple of things. Number one, I'm going to bet Pace doesn't know every market that he's in. And not that I'm Pace. I don't think I am. But I'm just saying, I think that's why that kind of leads into number two, is that I think that's why you end up having teams of people. That's why you work with companies that do know that market. You let them handle the heavy lifting and the dealing with these things. I don't, I want a business that is like 90% hands off. And yes, I know that I'll make a lot less that way, but that's okay because my time is my payment.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, I was looking in the Florida market too, like in between Tampa, like Cape Coral area. So yeah, I like Florida. We went and visited there last year, and I think it's a good place to invest.
Are you by chance on your computer right now?
I am, yeah.
Beautiful. Give me 1 second here. I am going to forward you something.
Yeah, actually, the beginning of this year, I was looking into buying self-storage facilities, and I would love to get one of those.
Wow, my brain is just not working for me right now. I'm telling you, Nation. Can you give me your email address real quick?
Yeah, Wasatch Wheeler, WASATCH. Okay.
Yeah, it's there's a wonderful thing about Google. It auto populates pretty quick.
Yeah, I know. I love that it remembers everything because I can't.
Right? Oh, it's so difficult. Let me know if and when you have that come through there.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Okay, well, this will be interesting. If it doesn't come through, I think I see what I need to do next to make it go through.
I got it. The 688 unit.
Yes. So, because you'll know you just mentioned Tampa, and this happens to be in Tampa.
Sweet.
So,
it's a great area.
If you can open that up, it would have been the first communication in that thread. There was only like 3 or 4 communications, but it's a long list that he kind of listed out here for me.
Okay.
Do you see all that?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So my question then, I guess right away, I mean, if you just want to kind of jump into the deep end here real quick, do you know what you'd be looking at with something like this?
As far as if you got a loan on it?
Well, as far as I'm seeing, most of it is Subto.
Yeah. A lot of the time, these bigger, because my buddy's under contract on a business in Arkansas right now too. Seller finance and subject to is so much more common with commercial properties or something bigger like this.
Yes.
Because it looks like he's assumable debt 83 million, interest only on 8 years remaining term. Which when I bought my lot, my payments were interest only too. I mean, mine was I bought it for like 19,000, but my payments were like $50 a month.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, but now it's appreciated so much. Now I partnered with the builder and we have blueprints to put like $1 million home on it. So we're going to be listing it soon, but I just love.
Hey, good on you, man.
Yeah, I love seller finance because you can get into these properties like interest only. If you're going to hold it for 8 years, it's going to appreciate in that amount of time.
Exactly.
It's just kind of hard to read how this is laid out. Total year.
And maybe that's part of my problem. Is that honestly, like, I don't know.
Yeah, because usually people put together like a offering memorandum on stuff like this, and it's just easier.
If you scroll all the way down, do you see it say one attachment?
Let me see. I see a shared drive.
I don't know if this is shared. Oh yeah, it is a shared drive.
Excel. These look like
so
maybe profit and loss statements. Those look like market rent. Those are, I forget the name of them. Rent rolls, basically.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, those, and then it's got occupancy at the bottom. Where's your NOI though? Net operating income is what you want. Yeah, this is terrible to read line by line. There's too much info here to read it line by line. Occupancy 92%. It's good. Okay, 76K plus in net operation income growth. That's not what we want. You want to make the offer to match. You're going to find the cap rate on it, but you want your net operating income currently because you don't want to be buying on what it could potentially be doing.
You want to buy it on what it is doing, not at what potentially would do.
Yeah, because here's a additional NOI. Total 3-year NOI improvements can exceed 3.7. Like that can exceed, but I'm not buying it on what it can do. I want to buy it on what it is actually doing now, because
Right.
you're going to have to go in and do the work in order to get it to its potential. I would ask for a profit and loss statement.
Now, wasn't that on the P&L?
No, I didn't see it.
I'm confused. Is that not?
The drive that they sent you, most of those are rent rolls, so it doesn't really have the expenses of what it costs to run that place. Let me go back. Cap rate, the pro forma cap rate can get you above 7% within a year or two. So that means the pro forma means the projection. So that means you're below you're at least below a 7% cap rate.
Can you kind of give me a quick little schooling here? When it comes to cap rate, like what's the quick elevator pitch of what exactly that means?
I would Google how to calculate cap rate, because I've looked at it and I understand it, but I couldn't regurgitate it and explain it.
I'm with you.
So like I don't know, with my self storage units, I was shooting for 8 to 10% cap rate, but the market the way it is, you know, it's kind of high to try and get those. You're more stuff I was looking at was 5 to 7% cap rate is.
So the lower the cap rate, the less money it makes.
The less, yeah, basically your cap rate is how much money you're going to be getting back on your investment. See, everything in this that you sent me seems like potential stuff. So, here's cap rate, 6% cap rate at the top.
Now, do you think this is talking about the whole thing? So the whole, like all three properties average 6%.
Yeah, and the interest rate is really good though at 3.97%. So, you know, you might, just because it's a great interest rate, you might be willing to take a lower cap rate. Yeah, I'm probably not the best person to talk about with this, but on Fridays there's Zooms with Abraham Gray. It's like a deal or no deal. I don't know. You might be able to bring this to him, and he might be able to break it down for you, because he owns a bunch of businesses, and a lot of the times him and Pace will partner 50-50 on something if they think it's a deal.
Nice. Now, that's for Subto students? Is that right?
Yeah. Are you in Subto?
I was just thinking, well, that's probably something I didn't mention earlier on. I am not a Subto student. I want to be, and
Okay.
I'm hoping that within my first deal or two, I have enough money to get into Subto.
Okay.
But no, I am not.
So did you sign up for LOI Blaster?
So when I made that notation in the Zoom, that was literally right after I actually got into it. So no, I didn't even know what LOI Blaster is. I still don't really know.
Okay. Yeah, you could probably find Abraham Gray on Facebook and maybe just direct message him, say, hey, I have this deal in Tampa, 688 units, 3.9% or 3.97% interest rate. And he might respond. He's responded to me before on Facebook Messenger.
Do you know, does he spell his name A-Y or E-Y?
Let me check. Hang on.
And I see one Abraham Gray that says two mutual friends, so I'm guessing I may have the right one.
Yeah, A-Y. He's like holding a microphone, I think.
Yeah. Blackbird.
That's him. He's in the Georgia area. I think he's in Atlanta. So he might even have a connection out in Tampa too.
Nice. Yeah, I'm kind of curious here. I'm looking, so I found him on Facebook, and I clicked the follow button, but I don't see a way to necessarily talk to him.
You might have to become friends with him first.
Yes, I'm here, and I just clicked on his picture, and it looks like it might be. There we go. Now I'm in his group or his Facebook page.
Yeah.
I don't. This is gonna sound really crazy. I have avoided Facebook just about like the plague. Like if I didn't have to be on it, I haven't been on it since recent or up until recent. And so yeah, I'm learning.
Yeah. I'm the same way, but I've made so many good connections through Facebook that it just and it helps me because it has their picture there, so I can usually remember their face better than their name or like I talk to someone. So it helps me make a lot of connections for business stuff.
That's awesome. Cool, man. Well, I like I said, I really do want to work on kind of larger deals. However, I'm curious, where is your where is your ideal threshold at? Like, do you prefer single family? Do you want to do multifamily? What do you?
Yeah, I'm open to anything. Like if something cash flows, I'm open to it. But after getting into self storage and realizing how much money I'm going to need down, because I was the same way. I wanted to do something bigger. I'm trying to focus more on wholesaling and getting as many of these as I can so I can build up my capital. Because even if you go get a loan, like a DSCR loan or a commercial loan or something, most of them, or even hard money, most of the time they're going to ask for at least 10% down or some collateral. So I just got to work my way up to that point.
Gotcha. Have you thought about like bringing on a private money partner for any of that?
Yeah, I haven't found the right people. So if I find the right private money lenders and they have decent rates, then yeah, I actually I kind of am gatoring on a flip right now that I brought money to, but it's all about just kind of building those relationships and trust so that you don't get burned like like you guys said.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm open to it. I'm actually looking at another property here locally in Utah that is a light rehab that I might be able to just get in there and fix up the carpet and then relist it. So yeah.
That's awesome. Nice, man. Cool. Well, gosh, I really appreciate this. I don't know necessarily where to per se go with the conversation from here, but I definitely think we should keep in touch. And if I find anything in, and I'm sorry, you, my brain went like 3 different places there. You know, like you get paralysis. You're like, oh shit.
I do that all the time. Yeah, just keep in touch with me. I'm currently working with someone in the Houston area. We're calling Atlanta area, and then obviously stuff here locally in Utah. But we take a trip out to the Oregon coast like once a year too. So we've even looked at properties out on the coast. I've been to Tacoma and Seattle area. So even if there's deals in your area, I'm pretty open to anywhere as long as it's an actual deal.
Sure. What is the what would be your buy box requirement to make it potentially a deal for you in the wholesale like arena?
Yeah, so like Abraham says a lot of times what he shoots for and what I've been trying to just copy him is if you can get a deal, like let's say the purchase price is, well, whatever the purchase price is, 10% of that as down payment. And then if it can be cash flowing after expenses and all of that, at least $300. That's kind of what I'm shooting for right now.
Okay, so you're not necessarily looking to wholesale out to others. You want a wholesale deal to buy.
Well, yeah, if I can get that for someone else to buy, I feel like that's a great deal for someone else if I don't buy it. But that's also something that I would want if I were to buy the deal too.
Copy that.
So
Okay.
almost, yeah, it's kind of the same thing. Like I'd want to give someone else that type of deal. I basically want to give someone what I would want myself.
Sure. Yeah. Then I guess also, just out of curiosity, do you happen to have any connections with any like really big lenders? Anybody that lends, 50 million up?
There is one lady that I was talking to. Her name's Stacy Patel.
Okay.
On Facebook. She's wearing like a pink cowboy hat. She's like private money. She says she does DSCR loans too. So that's the one that comes to my mind. She was pretty.
I'm sorry, you said DSCR loans? I guess I don't know what that is.
Yeah, debt service. What are they called? It's like if you're buying a business, it goes off instead of going off your personal income, it goes off what the business is actually doing already. So DSCR loans, or there's SBA loans, small business loans. Those usually take a lot longer, though.
Yeah, no, I was trying to keep it in like an off official, not because I'm trying to do anything weird. It's just I like the idea of the relationship building. It's hard to build a relationship with the government.
Yeah, I know. I know.
What was her name? Did you say?
Stacy Patel, STACYPATEL.
Oh, and pink cowboy hat. There she is.
Yeah.
Nice. Buddy, I appreciate that. Because it's also, what I found so far is, holy damn, there's a lot of, like, garbage.
Oh, yeah.
And people that, claim one thing and are not that.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah, you got to be careful, and they're with the internet. They're just everywhere. So
definitely awesome, man. Well, once again, gosh, I sure appreciate all your time. I'm going to throw you into my phone here so that you don't have to go through my my Google Assistant anymore if you ever try and call me again.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and if you want to connect with me on Facebook, I'm usually on there, and just helps to put a face to a name, and hopefully we can get something done in the future.
That's awesome. Absolutely. Let me, you know what? Let me just do this real quick. Because I'm going to move on to probably 10 different things here and I don't want to forget. Come on. Can you only have a few? Oh, there we go. Let's get it. Can you only have a couple of Facebooks open at a time? Nope. No, you can have one. All right, let's see here. Let's
see. Can I text you on this number?
That's what I was just looking for. I was trying to cheat. There we go. Jordan, what was your last name, Jordan?
Wheeler, like a four-wheeler.
Show me. There we go. Hey, there you are. Top guy. All right, cool. I have friended you, sir.
Okay. I will add you.
Appreciate it, man. We'll talk soon.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, take care.
See ya. Bye. I guess that wasn't a waste of time, but I just thought that call was going to go different. I thought he had signed up for something. LOI Blaster. Kyle pretty much says it. Da 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 da. This was probably the worst live I've ever done. I didn't make hardly any calls. That guy's trying to take down an $83 million. Like, that is so huge for your first deal. So below. Oh, shoot. Let's call some more agents. Estimate. Dude, what's up?
What's good, bro?
So I went through that. Did I send you the South Ogden home?
I don't think so.
Let me see if I can find it. Hang on. I went through it yesterday, and it's still listed on the MLS. So I called the agent, and I was just trying to fill out like what's going on. He's like, yeah, it's been hard to show because like the owner, we had an offer at 675, but they couldn't get in to do their inspection report. It's like, oh, that sucks. And so, anyways, this wholesaler has it under contract for 6.9, or they're asking 619. And I actually saw Brett Johnson there yesterday.
Really?
I was like, so I text him like, dude, did you buy that? He's like, I don't know. It just sat on the market for so long. He's like, there's not much to do to it, honestly. I'm like, yeah, I know. That's why I like it. Because like everything's updated in it, and it's fairly nice. But I'm hopping on a call with them in like 4 minutes. They said that they had an offer at 600,000. I was like, oh, well, I would have bought it for more than that. And so he wrote me back. He's like, hey, I guess the person we were assigning it to can't close. Let's see. Let me read you the text. If you're still interested in this Ogden deal, would you be able to do 602,000 for it? our current buyer has this one and another one they are trying to close, and asked if we could hold it for them for a day or two. If 602 works for you, we can get this assigned to you today. So I just said, can I get a 3-day inspection period? So they're going to get on a call and talk to me about that. But
okay.
Basically, if we get it,
seller financed?
no. So what I was thinking on this one, we'd have to get hard money. I'm pretty sure that's why I asked for 3 days, because I need to call this hard money lender, but it would need to be 10% down. So we would need 60 grand. My whole thing is all we would really need to do on this is relist it. Like, it's basically, you just need to get the people out of there, because when we walked it, dude, it was just clutter everywhere.
Really?
And so I'm guessing that's why it hasn't sold, because the lady in there never showed it, because her house was always a mess, and so she was like embarrassed to show it. But dude, it's a nice house in a nice area. And
where's it at in South Ogden?
Let me send you the address. So my whole thing is, I think we could make some money off of it if we just relist it and let people actually go through it, which I'm the realtor too, so we could save money that way. We'd have to probably pay a buyer's agent. But I'm thinking we could sell it. I swear I ran comps like minimum 675 if they said they already had an offer. I was thinking closer to 700.
Really?
Yeah. But I just don't have, I have my money tied up in this flip with Tyler. So
yeah,
I would need, if you brought the money, then I would just do everything else. We go 50-50 on it, and I could save us money on the listing fee.
Yeah. My thing is, I would just need, I don't know how quick I could get that money. That's the thing.
So they need, let me see. They would need the earnest money, which I could do the earnest money, 5,000 non-refundable. They would need that. They said by today, but I'm like, if you can give me 3 days for the earnest money, then that will work. And then they want to close on this thing on the 12th. So let's see what day that is.
How is this being sold?
It's basically a wholesale deal. They called the agent. They called the agent and somehow got it under contract for them to wholesale it, but it's listed on the market right now at 675, I think. Let me go check. It's listed way higher than what we're buying it for. Yeah, it's still listed on the market for 675. So we would.
This is up near.
Yeah.
This is by Ogden Athletic Club.
Yeah. And it's a big house. It's got a nice deck with. I mean, it's 4,500 square feet.
Damn.
For 600 grand. I feel like it's a deal. I mean,
I bought mine at 2,500 square feet for $525. So.
Yeah, and on Zillow it says it's been on 75 days with 62 saves. So it's gotten a decent amount of traction. But after talking to the agent, I just don't think they were able to show it. Like, here, I'll send you the Zillow listing and you can look at the pictures. Because it looks exactly like the pictures, but she just had clutter all over the place. And the basement had flooded from like one of the downspouts outside. So the basement was torn up, like the carpet, but she said when we buy it, she's already filed an insurance claim. So all of that will be fixed too. The only thing that I really think would need to be done is like upstairs, you might need to stretch the carpet because it's kind of like not rolled up, but there's
This
like,
is a nice house. What the hell?
yeah. So that's, I mean, I honestly think we could sell it for what it's listed for right now, but we just got to get the people out of it. Like you could honestly, dude, it would be a sick rental because there's an entrance to the basement too, and there's a little wet bar down there. You could easily turn this into a duplex. It's already set up for it. But in that master bedroom, I'd probably hire someone to come in and stretch that carpet back out just because it has some like bumps in it.
Yeah.
And maybe paint like I don't know. I don't even know that I'd paint because the green cabinets match the green walls a little bit. I could just see someone coming in there like, I don't like that green color, but
Yeah. Oh yeah, green cabinets, shit. But I mean, that's not a huge thing.
yeah, it's just the island too has the one green cabinet. It doesn't. It honestly, it doesn't look bad at all when you're in there. It doesn't.
I don't know. I can't wrap my mind around that they have it listed at 675, but willing to go 602 to someone else.
Well, the realtor said she has a bunch of properties. They're trying to move to another state, so I actually asked him. I'm like, "Can we do seller finance?" He's like, "Yeah," but I felt kind of weird because this wholesaler, I went to college with him, and so I was like, "Dude, if I could get it at like 590, it'd be a deal." And so when they're like 602, I was like, "Shit, that big of a house is easily worth 602."
Right.
Easily. I swear I ran comps on this. Let me see if I can find it.
I mean, even if you get it at 602, and let's just say, I mean, you only sell for 650, you're still making a decent chunk.
Well, you're gonna have to pay if you can get the buyer. So 650 times, let's just say 3%. You're gonna have to probably pay a buyer's agent 3%, 19,500. And then depending on what closing costs, how you split up closing costs between like either we pay closing costs, usually seller pays closing costs, but we could say, hey, we need the buyer to pay closing costs, or we can negotiate it. But yeah, I mean, dude, yeah. And because I'm not going to take a commission. Well, I mean, I'll take it, whatever, we'll do the 50-50. I just won't even count my commission. That saves us another 3%. So that saves us 19,500 that we can split.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of, it's kind of like what I'm doing with Tyler. It's like you invest this money and then you're going to get a return in a few months.
Yeah.
But this thing to me it's like the simplest flip you could do.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do any work. And I think if you cleared everything out of there, it would look so much better to buyers walking through it. It's got a good yard, good view, good location. Like it's a good house.
Okay. Why don't you talk to them and then get back to me on what you guys discussed, and we'll try to go from there. Again, I would have to look into how I would get $60,000 all up front because I don't have it. I don't got 60 on me right now, to be honest.
Do they just disperse your money like monthly, or how do they do it?
For what?
For your insurance stuff?
Oh, they gave me all that, but after paying for the roof and everything,
Oh,
I only had about 21 left.
okay.
But even then, I had some things that I paid for. So, and I'm still waiting on my settlement claim. Like if I had that, we would be gold. We would have no issues at all.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't know when I'm getting that. Probably here within the next month or two, but who knows?
Yeah. Out with them, and then I'll keep in touch with you.
Yeah, let me know what you guys discuss, and we'll see what we can do. Who knows?
Did you want to go to that meetup tonight? I think I'll probably head down there.
I'm gonna try. Fuck, I have a lot going on right now. But yeah, let me see what I can do. I would like to go schedule and talk to my wife and see.
Okay, just let me know. I might take a coaching job at North Davis.
Really?
Yeah, just one of my friends teaches there, and she's like, "Hey, they're looking for a coach." I was like, "I would love to, but I'm gonna go meet with their principal tomorrow and just talk to her."
What are they paying you? Fucking $500?
Yeah, something like that. Pennies.
Right. Yeah, I just one of the big things I'm doing right now is I just applied. I paid for a nonprofit, so I'm getting like my youth stuff going, youth basketball.